Alright, this is a Lakewood K-223 from, I believe, 1982 or 83. I bought this at a Goodwill up near Mackinac City. It was more like Petoskey, back in August when I went on my trip to Mackinac. Plenty of videos from there. Stopped at a Goodwill and I bought this. And like a stupid person, I paid full price for it, when in reality, well, basically it was like this. It was listed as $14.99, and like a really dumb person, when we got to the checkout, and I got the sense afterwards that if the lady thought that these broken slats were they made it less value, which in reality they do, she was going to give me a discount. But like a really stupid person, I said, no, that's just normal wear. So I ended up paying $14.99, when in reality I probably could have gotten away with it for like $10.99. Oh well. Second gen blade set. It's the Robin's Egg blue one. No rust, but it's got a couple scratches. Sort of blue logo that's a little worn off. There you go. The top sides grills are yellowed. Let's see if I can show you the bottom. Bottom doesn't have any rust, but it has some scratches. All of the feet are intact except that one. And the cord is right there. Back. Full-size Macmillan motor. It's got a couple grill pieces on the back that are missing. Not sure if this was factory or if they did this, but wouldn't surprise me if that one was factory broken, so that the cord had more room. Not sure though. Haven't cleaned this up, but I've been using it in my living room. There's a couple pieces of the grill that are sort of broken. All the screws are there though. That's one thing that's nice about these is that, or one thing I don't really like, 'cause the grills on these were very prone to cracking. Also, I like these, the first and the second gens, because they have the little feet on the bottom, so you can set them on the cord, and it doesn't actually squish the cord. So without further ado, here is high. It's pretty quiet. Vibrates a little bit. Medium. And low. I love the low on this because it makes barely any noise, yet it still pushes some good air. Back to high. Again, it vibrates a little bit. And off. Doesn't take a very long time to stop. I'm sure it's pretty dirty. What I'm going to attempt to do is actually clean it for the first time, since I got it. Now, unfortunately, I do not have a dishwasher like Spats and Harley. So, it's going to be difficult to clean this, but I'm going to attempt to clean it. One thing nice about these grills, too, on these more generic fans, the K-223s and the P-223s, what's nice about them is that the grills actually don't have any logos on them. So if you put them in a dishwasher, you don't have to worry about taping logos. The ones that said Windsor up here, you have to worry about. But yeah, so let's strip this down for the first time. So I set up the tripod because I had seen videos from Spats and Harley, one about an older K-223 first gen, where he did a trick with the blade set where you lay the fan down, put some gloves on, and push. I've never been successful getting the blades off of this fan before. I'd never tried that trick though. So I lay it down, and just out of curiosity, I sort of push on it a little like this. Not even 2 seconds later, the blades just pop right off. So Spats and Harley's trick really does work. Wow. Those things came off. I push, boop, they just come off. Yeah, this is going to need some nice cleaning. So I had the tripod set up. I was so excited because I thought it was going to work. And then it just pops off camera. Oh my goodness. Alright, well, I'll get back to you guys later. I'm going to clean this guy up a little bit. Ooh. Okay, so right now the blade set, the handle, and then these two thingies that hold the cord in place, sort of, on the frame are in the wash tub. I'm gonna fill this cup of screws and the knob with water. Don't have hot water, unfortunately, because we had to rework this. But you don't want hot water on plastic. So actually, it'd be better if I put the soap in first. This is, I'll show you what kind of soap it is here in a second. It's just dish soap. Fill it like that. And then put the lid on. And the lid on this is hard to put on. There we go. It's not exactly, oh, maybe it is, okay. And those are just going to sit there. In the meantime, I'm going to put these in I'm going to scrub the blades and then I'll put those grills in. I've taken the whole cabinet off and I've completely washed the outside. Not washed, but you know what I mean. The motor I took out and I completely wiped it free of any oil, grime, dirt. Same with the cord and the switch. I have to be careful because the cord is thin. And now the frame is looking real nice. Of course, stuff like this is just rust. You're not really going to be able to get this out. But you can prevent rust. And of course, be very careful. There's even still water there. Fix that, actually. Lakewood model K-223. There's the UL, made in Chicago, Illinois. Nice. Good to know American quality still exists. Obviously, stuff like the sticker, I'm never going to be able to get that font back. That's just permanently worn. I'm actually glad that there's no surface rust, or there's no rust, period, really. There's a couple blemishes, but not severe. I could repaint this, but my one problem is I really don't want to risk using the wrong color, because if I use the wrong color, I'm screwed. I need to find the exact blue. I think it's Robin's Egg blue that was used on this. So yeah, maybe one day, but for now, we're just doing a full restoration, or as good as I can get it. Now we can start reassembling. I've got my drying rig in there, and I'm going to start building the fan again. Alright, so we're sort of mostly there. I decided I was going to film this since I've actually had trouble with this in the past, and I thought my wisdom might be something other people can appreciate, and it is handles on older Lakewood box fans. This more applies, actually no, this works for pretty much all 1st gen, 2nd gen, and 3rd gens with the plastic handle. So what you do to install it is just push down until they both click into place, and then you'll feel it click into place. It's that easy. To uninstall it, you might think you're going to break it. You're not. Push down and pull at one side, and that side will come up, and then just push and pull. It's literally that easy, and yet a lot of people don't know how to do it. Again, I'll reinstall it, just push down, and there you go. The handle is now installed, which is good because these are heavy fans. Let's come back in a minute. Alright, well here's the finished product. I'm actually going to turn the dryer off so you can hear it better. Just happens to be every time I'm doing laundry, I happen to be doing fan stuff. Okay, so here it is. The grills are nice and as clean as they're going to get, but they're not covered in dust. Don't know if I can show the top is clean. So is the switch, handle. The motor's really clean. Should have showed the hub on the inside of the blades. I did as best as I could do without a dishwasher. Blades, or the cord's clean, you know. All the huge. So we'll go ahead and we'll run it now. Here is high. Oh, you know what? When you're using electrical items, it helps to plug them in. That's just a little bit of information. So, I have to hook up, because my basement only has 2-prong outlets, I have to use one of these ghetto things. It's probably going to burn my house down. But, whatever. And then when I come down here, I just reach under the workbench and plug in this somewhat vintage Surge Master Surge Strip by Belkin. I just keep that down here and I set it on the workbench for testing things. So now, without further ado, here is high. Works very good. It does vibrate a little bit though. Medium. Nothing on the ground vibrates though. And low. The quiet one. It's kind of like pimp speed, since it's pretty slow. It's hard to tell with the camera, but it is pretty slow. We'll go back to high. And spin down. Don't know if spin down's going to improve any, since I didn't really oil it, but I took a lot of the dry coated on grease off. Not in the motor, I mean with the blade. I guess now we'll turn it around and I'll get you startup noise. Okay. We'll do low first. Not too much. Thankfully, this fan doesn't have a long time to stop. And now we'll do high. Obviously, this does not have the epic, legendary startup sounds that the metal-bladed Lakewoods have, but it's pretty close. I want a metal-bladed Lakewood, the ones that go wah, wah, wah when you start them up. And yes, that's pretty accurate. So there you have it. Show and tell, let me flip the screen around. Show and tell, as Esky Wolf would say, of the 1982 or 83, sometime in there, it's an 80s model, Lakewood K-223, second generation, Lakewood Kmart that is, second generation K-223 in Robin's Egg Blue. Hope you enjoyed.